So what can possibly be going wrong at the park? If Lynn's dead again, I'm gonna be upset. Timsick Park, the site of the little lady Camilla's abduction tonight, and the place where an important piece of evidence, the music box, was hidden. Well, thankfully there's a... Oh, okay. Who knew there was so much happening to the left? Wonder why our lady detective is looking so dejected. At least she isn't dead. But what did she find? And why is Chicken Man here? Really difficult to reach that chicken box. Huh? What's he doing here? Let me spend a moment's time with you, my lovely. The world will not end if the food delivery is a little late. La la la. I didn't actually see what the last word he said in the first part was. A little late, it's already ice cold. You can feel the heat on it, Cecil? It's wild. Let me become your hat. Okay. Took a lot of time to become hat. Alright, swing faster. You see his little... Wait, I want to look at his little dangle legs. He's having some issues. Wow, there's a lot up here. A love letter. From me to you. I might as well rustle it. Why am I climbing? Is this my best bet? It's probably my best bet. I can become Umbrella again. Can I shimmy? I didn't realize that basketball was there. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just having fun. I could have opened the umbrella again. But it seems like we can just move straight to where... Beautiful. That way it can catch the rugby ball when it falls. Okay. Enough playing around. I'm the leaf now. Can't go that way. Guess we have to talk to someone. Oh, there you are, Sissel. From your dejected expression, I gather you didn't find what you were looking for? Right, I can't find the music box anywhere. But I found something else instead. Something horrible. This leaf. Horrible? What is it? Did you find a body? Yeah. They're in the grass. You'd better see for yourself. What? Fell on him? Looks like a dead body. I nearly died when I saw it. I suppose now that we found it, we can't just leave it here, can we? Nope, I suppose not. Look at that thing. I don't like the way it's staring at me. I'm gonna open the dumpster lids. Haha, now you're smelling all the dumpster. Don't really want to talk to you. I don't think we can even really make our way over there with the lid open, so that seems like just a good way for us to escape once we... It's just the mascot. Trowel, what's over there? I wonder if that's what made the mascot fall. Alright, hopefully you stay unconscious while we do this. Oh, you're not unconscious. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. You there. You're talking to me, aren't you? I have some leaflets for you. Leaflets I know they'll be very interested in. I urge you to pursue it thoroughly. Examine it in details. You've, like, littered this whole place with leaflets. The park is going to die because of you. Never mind that right now. Do you remember your name? My name. My name. What does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about? Okay. Come now and study these tracks with me, my brother. Come and learn about the Rock of the Gods with me. The night is no longer young. As a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching, but we are young. I'm dead. Look, I don't have time to get involved in your way of life. hippie. But I am interested in your way of death. So let's go back to 4 minutes before your death. I feel like it's ironic that he got killed by that mascot that looks like the Rock of the Gods Park, whatever. I don't really get it. And so I made up my mind. I resolved to live here in the park and defend it. Okay, and what does that have to do with this Rock of the Gods you mentioned? You still don't appear to understand. It's written quite clearly in the 4th leaflet in great detail. Excuse me, but I have to use the restroom. Quick, jump out the back so he can't find you. Eek! Oh, the kidnapping happened right now. That was 4 minutes ago. I'm coming! Just hold on. I'll be right here there. Look at that peephole in the hedge. I've located the target, beauty. The girl of the right age coming out of the right apartment building at the right time. Look at his cute little motorcycle. Yes, my dear, I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your sides. How can he nab her on that motorcycle? Good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me? Whoa, he did a little dance. Eek! Oh gods, what do I do? What should I do? I have to do something. So was that when she died? Because that's some weird shit that just happened. What in the world? What just happened? Oh, that's Mino. Mino? Know what I mean? Mino the mascot, the symbol of Timsuk Park. Forget about the name of that big creepy lump of concrete. I'm talking about the way it changed direction. Did you see that? Yes, I did. We witnessed it with our own eyes. The power of the Rock of the Gods. That was the power of the gods. The power of the gods saved that little girl. And then that same power very deliberately crushed you instead. Yes, precisely. That is called the mischief of the gods. Was it the mischief of the gods, or was it a ghost trick? Phantom detective, but nah, it couldn't have been a ghost trick. No ghost trick could change the direction of something that heavy in midair. But wait a minute. What if there was somebody with much greater powers than me? Well, we already are questioning if someone can manipulate living creatures, so... The power to move the rock god. Look at that, there's another flame besides mine. Ooh, so that is the flame of a god, is it? But hold on. Your spirit is a flame too, isn't it? Yeah, so. Pardon me, but are you a god? I sincerely doubt it. At the last minute, that big lump of concrete made a huge swing to one side. That was probably that flame's doing. Who could it be? I definitely believe it's either a god or somebody god-related. Maybe I'd better try talking to this person. Yo, what up? What the? This person with much greater power than me. It's... you? Hey! Sissel! Oh my! It's the best character in the game. It's Missile! You look well for being dead. Did you see what I did? I did it! I tried really hard and I did it! I saved Miss Camilla! Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what's going on? How did you get the powers of the dead? I'm glad you asked. After Miss Camilla went out and you left, I hit my head so hard I died. I don't know what happened, Missile. God's greatest warrior. I worked like crazy to make my own path and I did it. Oh, he figured out how doors work. Let's go, Missile. And then I followed Miss Camilla out into the big wide world. Is that a coffin? Wow, this park is massive. And then, here at this park, I found her at last. Yes, you guessed it. Maybe that's a bench. I barked. You bet I did. And I went running after her, too. Oh, missile, no! Right into that hole. And then I guess I died. And then I was unconscious for a little while. When I came to, it was all over. Poor Miss Camilla. Crushed under that big scary lump. Oh, what have I done? I'm so sorry, little lady. Please forgive me. Miss Camilla! I had to rescue Miss Camilla. It was up to me. I cried out from the depths of my heart. And then... Bam! What? Wait. What was that rock? Underneath you, missile. I can't tell you how surprised I was, but I bet you understand, right? Better than probably anyone else could. And I remembered what you did for me. How you saved me. So... you went back, right? Back to 4 minutes before the little lady's death? You bet I did! I like how his ghost trick is different. But then his power was just able to move a giant stone mascot. Yes, my dear, ever so gently nab her. I like how it also shows us the, 4 minutes before death hour, all the stuff he's doing. Now's my chance, I thought. I saw the core. I don't know, it looks pretty far. I stretched out my paws towards the core. Oh, how I felt at that moment. I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, Sissel, go ahead and try it for yourself. Whoa. I don't remember, is this how Sissel gets long tendon? Or am I just thinking about this, how Missile is the best ghost tricker? I can't believe it. How could you connect over such a great distance? Well, they don't call me Missile for nothing. And so then you manipulated that Mino thing and threw it aside? Right on top of my head. I forgot you were here. Well, no, actually. Huh? I can't manipulate things like you can, Sissel. You can't? Then how did you... I didn't know what to do. Then I happened to see something out of the corner of my eye. And it had a core, too. A single leaf hanging from the tree. I tried reaching out to the leaf. What in the world? I can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them. As long as the two things have the same shape, that is. Swap things with the same shape. Go ahead and try it. Press swap. Whoopoo. I kind of forgot all about this mechanic. That's incredible. And so that's how you save your mistress, is it? And that's how I became caught up in this, is it? I'm very sorry. My powers were too meager. Meager? Because you see, I saw one more. Aha. I happened to notice one more core. There was something with the exact same shape stuck in the branch of that tree. Hey, you're right. Mino could be swapped again with that. Then disaster wouldn't have to rain down on my head. What is that thing? It's too big to be a leaf. It's a rugby ball. Whatever it is, I'd much prefer it on my head than Mino. Well, it could still kill you, maybe. So why didn't you swap them, Missile? I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you can, Sissel. Well, this was just too far for me. I couldn't reach. I must admit, it's a fascinating spectacle of a death, if I do say so myself. I kept retrying over and over, seeing if there was anything I could do. But there's something you can do now. Huh? We work together, you and me. Sissel, you think so? I don't plan on letting anyone die in front of me tonight. Do you think you could help me? Of course! Naturally, once I'm talking to you. So we're going to drop that Mino thing in a different spot. Okay, let's try it. Let's go back again to 4 minutes before. So are we generally just allowed to do long gaps now? Or... Alright, let's get started. 4 minutes from now, they'll swap Mino with the leaf. And then you have to swap Mino with something else. Something with the same shape. Oh, I believe that's a rugby ball. Okay, rugby ball, huh? With the rugby ball where it is now, Missile can't reach it. So that means I have to move it closer somehow. Looks like you and I will have to work together on that one, Missile. Okay, I'm ready. Whenever you want to use my swap trick, just press R2. That way, you'll be able to control me. And then if you press R2, you can go back to... Control will come back to me. Alright, we swap between the people. Gotcha. Okay, let's try it. Together we can stop Mino from hurting anybody. It's weird that I, like, remembered the long tether, but not that it was between Missile and Sissel. Alright, Missile and Sissel. Power couple to the end. The powers are the key to this. Okay, I'm ready. You can swap anything that has the same shape. Just call on me if you find anything you want to try. Probably the best thing to do is to just try a bunch of things and see how it goes. If I see something we can swap, I should use R2. Before we do that... How did you get over here, Missile? Oh, yeah, Missile can just go. Can Missile swap these? I think he would have been. Well, Missile definitely makes for a better... Look at this funny flattened ball. It's the same shape as that horrible Mino, but too far to swap from here. Even the ball is starting to look horrible to me. We have to find a way to get this ball closer to that Mino thing. Knock it down from the tree, I say. There must be something we can do. He isn't wrong about that. I don't really see a lot of objects. Well, actually, there's a couple objects. Never mind. That being said, how would we... We have all these balls to work with. So let's become Sissel. What can we do? Tire. Move seesaw. Well, we need, I guess, to do one of these swaps, I think, to get Sissel over. That's not good enough. I can't baseball. I mean, that doesn't really help either. And apparently this globe doesn't count. Actually, what am I doing? I can move the seesaw already. Why did I think I need it to... Oh, okay. It's so heavy I can't move it very much. Maybe because of that swap I made. I guess the little ball is about all the weight I can handle. Oh, he's coming. Well, I goofed. I don't know why I thought I couldn't swap or, you know, move the seesaw from my angle. Oh, I can talk to... Okay, I can... Is there anything... I doubt there's anything by the swing that I could take advantage of. Well... I think this dude's going to, We'll leave you there. You'll make the, thing move, I think. Oh, God, I don't want to be you. I want to be Sissel. Who put that tire there? All right. Please. The paper made this difficult. The question would be how beneficial. Whoa. Okay. Well, I see where we might need to get something going there. What do you think? The tire would be a good option? The tire would probably... I'm gonna just... Well, let's see what Sissel has to say, but... What do you think of my lightning fast pace? I wish you would knock it off. That's what I think. We don't have time to prepare. Then we're gonna have to find a way to stop him from running. As far as I can see, the only way to do that is to use the playground equipment. The what? You know, the seesaw and swing, those things. Precisely, except there is one more piece of equipment to be exact. Stop him with the equipment, eh? Maybe I should rethink things here. Already, okay. So we need to slow him down, is our first goal. My assumption's going to be that we can potentially... Well, one thing that'll help is not wasting my time being stupid with the seesaw. So as long as I'm over here, would you look at that? There sure are a whole lot of round things around here. Yeah, I know. Oh boy, that means it's time for me, right? Oh boy, my hair is also round. Let's see, to use missile. Yep, okay. I'll try it and see what happens. Okay, missile away. I should talk to Sissel. I'm sorry about all this trouble, Sissel. If only my paw could reach a little further. I could have swapped that big lump one more time. Swapped it with that rugby ball in the tree nearby. Yep, I understand what we're trying to do. That's alright, that's what we're going to do now, together. I'm going to give it my best. The first thing to do is to find a path to that rugby ball. No, I think the first thing to do is to try to stall out the dude. Man, this length makes things difficult sometimes. Oh my god. Oh my god. There we go. Swapped it. So now he can't really use the seesaw well, right? That's my assumption. Now I think I have to just wait for him to... Or at least it'll bounce that. Like, something probably helpful will happen there. Now, I don't think we can... Well, maybe. Can you move over here for a minute? Oh, no, we can't get up there. Damn, okay. What was this about? Phew, here you come already. I swore to myself not to repeat my mistakes. Mistakes? When somebody's in trouble, you should lend them a hand. Otherwise, they'll definitely regret it. And now the recklessness of youth has taken over, giving me lightning fast speed. I've been thinking. If we could stop this man from running, maybe he wouldn't get squished. It won't be easy to stop me once the recklessness of youth has taken over. Stop him, eh? We can spin this faster. I don't think... Yeah, he loves it! Well, that stalled him a smidge bit. Now I'm up here, and he's down there. Wow, I didn't see this coming. Don't you know the first thing about globe climbing? Huh? Even little children treat it with the respect it deserves. They know that unless you spin it gently, there's no stopping it. Yeah, it does look pretty dangerous. It looks like I'm just destined to fly through the air like this for a while. This just might buy us some time. Maybe he'll just keep spinning around like that the whole 4 minutes. I doubt it. I'm sorry, but I don't think I would stand for it that long. But anyway, at least we stopped him from running for a while. Let's do what we can while we have this chance. Fate did not change. So my hope... The question is, what exactly do we want to do? I would assume this being down here might be a mistake, actually. Well, that was so close. If it hit the ball, it could have knocked it down. Is that all this umbrella can be used for? For knocking a rugby ball down? Don't forget about my powers. And don't forget about my recklessness of youth. It would... So this is what my thought is, obviously. Whatever ball... If I had to guess... Oh, it's too late. Yeah, that one's too heavy. I was absolutely about to switch it to the basketball. Well, we lost, so back to the beginning. I really was hoping that spinning that would cause a fate change. I mean, we have kind of what we need. I think the basketball is what we need to have here. Yep, would you look at that? There's balls everywhere. Balls in my face for Missile. Yep, his... Good. Thanks, Missile. Okay, so don't worry about the tire. Missile, just chill there, and I guess we'll... wait with Sissel. Actually, we can try to switch now. And just chill here for a minute. I actually wonder if that baseball is gonna, like, be weird in there. The answer seems to be no. Alright, spin! He loves it. It did not look like I was in the boot. The question also really comes down to, how the ball would interact with the umbrella in any way. No, I don't want to. We can't really move. I guess that's why you have the length. So let's be the rugby ball. Yeah, I know. We can't do anything with it right now. Be the rugby ball and see what happens. Because we might have to be quick about this. I guess quickness doesn't matter. If we can move the rugby ball enough. Oh, wait a minute. That is kind of what I wanted to do. I thought it would, like, you know, like, leap. Yeah. There, we moved the ball. What do you think, Missile? With the ball there, I think I can do it. In just a few seconds, we'll swap Mino with the leaf. And then from there, you can swap Mino one more time. The final moment is near, Missile. Are you ready? You bet. I'm not, because I'm not sure exactly how I should handle this. No. Like, we can't do anything right now. Do we wait until Mino switches? I don't think we can even get it while it's swapped the first time. Yeah, I'm not allowed to do this. Okay, watch me, Sissel. Here I go. The finishing touch. You can do it, Missile. Swap Mino with that ball. Alright, I'm glad it decided to do it itself, so I didn't have to really worry about it. He's dead. I like that he fell in the same position. There, how's that? My head has been spared. You would think his big poofy hair would have protected him. Truly, that was a try worthy of the gods. And now Mino's right where he belongs, in the trash. We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we? Now nobody has to die, except for one brave little somebody. Huh? Who's that? I'm talking about you, Missile. Oh, me? I guess you're right, I'm still dead, aren't I? So now let's go back and save your life. Wait a minute. What is it? Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. Is that allowed? What? When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla. And to do that, I need these powers I have now. Such joyous music, the Missile music, I see. Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that. Hey, we just saved you. Don't wish your life away already. Oh, of course, you're right. Okay, Missile, have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. When we get back to the present time, could you give it to her? Certainly, you have my word. Let's go back then to the present. Well, how long does... I don't think Missile has a lot of time to, like, be a ghost and then go back to save his life. So she just didn't find the body, and so Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Lynn listened to my story without saying anything. Sorry, I wish there was something else I could have done. No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's alright after all. After all, she has me! Missile! Did you not tell Lynn about that part? Missile, are you in there? Are you in there, boy? Miss Lynn, leave Miss Camilla to me. I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her. Missile. Eek! Oh, Missile, no! Goodbye! Miss Lynn! Goodbye, Missile! I'm going to leave it up to Missile. I don't... Kinda looks like Missile is being left up to the wind. I'm sure Missile will be fine. Oh! I have something to give you. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. Aren't you forgetting your promise? Oh, pardon me, pardon me. My apologies, this is for you. Oh. You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. Imagine coming to the park and seeing an umbrella in a tree with a tire in it. Not at all, I was only doing what the Rock of the Gods would have wanted. Are you okay? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? He's mesmerized by my beauty. That's a lot of ellipses. Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue. Excuse me, but are you... No, it couldn't be. Have we met before? Aren't you that little girl from that time? I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park. 10 years ago? Are you talking about... I mean, I guess they want me to converse. Why did they bother trick-timing me? Have you met this strange young man before, Lynn? I don't remember, but he said 10 years ago, and this park. It can only be one thing that I can think of. Looks like I'd better talk to Mr. Leaflet here. Here in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we meet once again. If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it? It could just be coincidence. But apparently, you know our lady detective here. Did you tell us about it? About what happened 10 years ago? Yes, of course. I was actually about to do just that. But I had to wait for you to get into the ghost zone. What's this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning? Don't you know it's right there in front of us? Oh, that's the Rock of the Gods? I thought the... That's the Rock of the Gods? Missile! Missile. Every time you walk on screen. Wait a minute, you say G-O-D-S, but do you mean D-O-G-S? Did I spell dogs twice? Of course not, don't be silly, this is no time for ridiculous word games. You are standing just above the Rock of the Gods. Take a good look at the monument. That monument. I thought it was a park bench. Or a coffin, Rock of the Gods, Timsick Park. The Rock of the Gods? Oh, that thing was glowing. The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Ever since that day, it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. A miracle? So this rock you've been talking about is a meteorite? Precisely. It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Surely you know all about it. Me? That day I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that day could change my destiny. The sun was going down and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. Eek! Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Just stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. I peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. I didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. I knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. What is she? Does she have a plunger in her arm? Or in her arm, in her hand. Maybe it's like a candy apple or something. It still looks like a plunger. The tension was so thick it was painful just when I couldn't stand it any longer. That's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. Man, things are getting wild. Who knew this crazy park guy would have had so much information? When it crashed into the ground, the meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it, one of those beautiful fragments, pierced into the criminal's back. Wait, so did Zhao not even kill the criminal? He said he fired, and the judgment of the gods was brought down on the park that day. Also, he didn't bring up the fact that a meteor fell during that whole thing. 10 years ago, the little girl that was you was saved by the Rock of the Gods. Oh my, I can't believe it. The Rock of the Gods was given the name Timsik, and still today, it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth. Kismet. I never knew about this Timsik. I always thought Detective Jowd was the one who saved me. You were very young then, and you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. Well, that's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. Yeah. Strange you never heard of it, Lynn. It is, isn't it? But now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news, and I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. The meteorite was named Timsik after the name of the park that it fell in. And then the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now an awful thing is happening, and they're talking about turning the park into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. And so I've taken up residence in this park, and I'm trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. That is my mission. I see. Oh, Missile. I'm taking you with me, Missile. So 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lynn wasn't aware of the meteorite. I get that, but Detective Jowd, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Timsik thing. And if he knew, and the man died, I took his life. What was that confession of his all about? The Rock of the Gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives. Like the ripples on a pond, then when a pebble is dropped in. With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn? I hope so. Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, we decided to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there are a few things I want to ask Detective Jowd. I want him to just, like, crush the music box with his one hand to get the gun out. We found the music box, Detective Jowd. Good job, Lynn. I knew you would. Once everything had been resolved, I'd wanted you to give this to me. Him? You mean Inspector Cabanello, right? I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me. Detective Jowd. Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know. Sure. See? He calls that a knack? Looks more like brute strength to me. That gun looks way too big for that music box. Here you are. You should find scorch marks on the grip. Scorch marks? When Camilla built her contraption, she used a special kind of string. The kind magicians use. It burns up in an instant and disappears. Why would little Camilla use something like that? To make it magic. I don't know, maybe because she's a detective's daughter. Not leaving any evidence behind and all that. Haha, I don't think detectives are the ones that do that part. In the case report, there was mention of some scorch marks. Bang. Where were the scorch marks? Just along the wall? When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place. She saw the flames run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind it on the frame too. And those marks should match up with the ones on the gun. In other words, it proves the contraption existed there in that room that day. So is the idea at the moment that Camilla was manipulated by a ghost trick into adding that part to her contraption? And it didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right? Exactly, some cowardly culprit modified the design. But that angle was never brought up in court, and so, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point. Thank goodness, I'm glad they left the culprit in this room without any guards. I knew I was right. It wasn't Detective Jowd. Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness, but we have to prove that Camilla didn't do it either. Thank you, Lynn. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago. Speaking of 10 years ago, Mr. Detective. What's the deal with that meteor, Sissel? If you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. But things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives and got involved in their fates. And the only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow. I just know it. Power of friendship and all that jazz. And that's why I need to ask you a few more questions in order to find the truth about us. Fair enough. Fire away. A lot of questions. Sissel told me all about it, Detective Jowd. About the manipulator. Yes, and it looks like this manipulator really did a number on the minister, too. Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him. Oh. Sissel, do you think that's what happened to me, too? What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me. Oh, right. I kind of forgot all about that part. That kind of has been like a while ago. You were manipulated, too? He got really mad. There was always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. That image of the one who shot me. But now I see the possibility of a new explanation. But who is it? And why did they do it? That contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it? That's right. Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere. No surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine. Right, I knew it. See, Detective Jowd? No, I'm afraid I don't see. I told Detective Jowd about it. Told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place. That's very strange indeed. A junkyard on the edge of town? I've never even heard of the place. As a detective, I'm surprised you have not heard of a junkyard. That seems like the perfect place to dump bodies. But what's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption. You haven't? That old pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? Detective Jowd, you must have heard this name before. That's the name of the park too. The meteor that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there. So you found out about that, did you? Why are you hiding that? I hear that meteorite saved little Lynn's life. That's right. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day. But in that case, I don't get it. If it's true, doesn't it mean you didn't steal somebody's life away? What are you talking about? Detective Jowd, you told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. What? But it was a meteorite. I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away, no question about it. It was entirely my fault. Jowd likes to lie about who died and how they died. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instance if the meteorite hadn't fallen. At that point, I was already a murderer. Okay, you can't see it, but I'm rolling my eyes a little bit here. That's not true! You were trying to save me. Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it. Huh? On that day 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place. Another place? Yes, in the police headquarters interrogation room. The worst sort of incident. A suspect who was being questioned escaped. Wow, I didn't know about that. Was that the suspect? I happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the chase. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park. Hold it right there! See, he's younger, so he has a younger voice. I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him bad. That warning shot made him panic. Okay. At the time, I was young and a green detective, brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. Made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It was all my fault. I still want to know what she's playing with. Detective Zhao. All I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. I'm so sorry, Lynn. So the man who grabbed me died that day. These last 10 years, I've never forgotten his face. And in a few years after that, when my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way, I thought it was fate, my punishment for what I'd done. Seems like a silly fate, but okay. Oh, that's where we saw that. Okay. I painted pictures in my cell, nothing but portraits of people's faces. All the faces of the many people I met in my life, and didn't want to forget. Why did you paint Mino? Was the mascot there at the park too? I guess it's at the top of that, like, monument, and tonight, I finished my last portrait, the final face I wanted to remember. Gasp! I'm gonna assume gasp, I think we saw this already. The final face. The face of the man in the park that day. Wait just 1 minute! That can't be! I saw that painting! I saw the face you painted tonight! Dun dun! It was my face! Are you telling me I was the man in the park that time? That's right. That face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. The face of the man whose life I stole, the man who was pronounced dead at the scene. But hold on, Detective Zhao, that can't be true. I just met Cecil for the first time tonight. And he died right in front of me. By the way, the name that I know the man in the park that day by isn't Cecil. What? From the first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy? No, don't interrupt us with the phone, please. Mr. Minister. Inspector Cabanella, where are you? Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand. Demand? What? Demand? Our demand hasn't changed. The execution must be tonight. Once we've confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage. What are you talking about, Inspector Cabanella? And you know it wasn't my daughter who was abducted. Does it really matter who the hostage is? A life is a life. Even if it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Ugh. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. That seems suspicious. What is it, Mr. Minister? You look paler than ever. What in the world? What's going on, Inspector Cabanella? The rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people and started a chain of tragic events. And even now, the chain continues to grow ever longer. Inspector Cabanella's call proved that to us. And the greatest mystery of all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I? I'm even further from knowing than when I started. Well, considering, what was it? The report from, God, there's a lot of things, a lot of loose ends